God, there's just so much chaos. It's just so much to try to watch. You see, it looks like that outside group is maybe trying to penetrate. Oh, I mean, really vicious shots being taken now by people on both sides of this, yanking that. Oh my goodness.
Now people running.
Now a bunch of people scattering. Yeah, I'm hesitant to even zoom out and see if we see LAPD yet, just because so much is happening on the ground. But no, they're still not here. We heard there may be as many as 50 officers from the West LA division that will be responding to this at some point. I think they may have gone over to the UCLA police station, where they're probably getting briefed on all this and formulating a plan of how they can come in and break this up. And this is not, the way that they did it at USC is not going to work tonight. They had time to be methodical about that situation and frankly, go by the book and be very professional, frankly, in the way that they handled that protest at USC. This could be a totally different situation now, as you have this group of, frankly, vigilantes coming out here causing anarchy, and we are starting to see, more and more reactions here from the encampment, which is now, as Thomas said, basically broken itself apart completely. They've moved the barriers as well as all of those, the cardboard fencing as well. But look at this, they're coming and yanking the fence away. These people are trying to break up the encampment themselves, it seems.
And you know something, at some point, it's hard to tell
let's keep moving around, Dylan.
Who's who, or what group is pro-Palestinian or pro-Israeli at this point, because all you can see is chaos, and a lot of those people now are I can't make out a student necessarily from someone who's just showing up with, dressed in a normal wear and just removing barriers and throwing things at people.
And Pat, earlier you were pointing out all the people that don't seem to be involved in either side of the protest, just standing around with their cell phones and taking pictures and video. Tom, I would bet that surprise is an understatement from you. I could hear in your voice when you got out there on scene, because you were there earlier and then had to come back. I'm sure you are so surprised as to what you left versus what you came back to.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a dystopian scene here. It's apocalyptic in the sense of what it was. It was a peaceful, very quiet evening before, and now it's just getting absolutely awful. I mean, they're throwing objects and attacking the encampment. It is getting completely out of hand and very scary, quite frankly. Seeing this from the ground, we were just in the crowd. I don't know if you could see our shot, and all of a sudden the crowd just swelled and surged toward us. And I don't know what people have with them. I don't know if there's weapons in the crowd. We don't know. None of this makes sense anymore, as we've been talking about. Now, we don't know why people are here. What's even going on now? This has just descended and disintegrated into just a mob fleeing things at each other and ripping things down and throwing objects. And from the ground, I see absolutely no law enforcement, and now it's just getting more and more tense and more violent. You can see, I think, from our shot here and from above. Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks, well, they're trying to penetrate that encampment. There's no question about that. They're trying to remove.
And then what's the end game, right? Like, what are they going to do if they get in there? I mean, then what?
I saw a guy with a bullhorn. Don't know what he was saying, obviously, but I was saying earlier, you just wonder, where is the organization here?
Wow. Here, let's keep moving around here.
All right, Desmond, I can hear you.
Well, yeah, Pat, just working with my excellent pilot, Dylan, here, trying to bring the best shot here. I mean, it looks like this mob is trying to completely dismantle the encampment here. We've seen them rip the metal barrier. Now they're coming and they're ripping through the fencing. They're using their shoulders like battering rams. Look at this. They are completely mowing this down. They are breaking their way into the encampment, and you wonder what's going to happen once they get inside. You see some smoke there, possibly some kind of tear gas. Let's hold this position right here, Dylan. Tried to get a good view here without being too obscured by the trees, but look at dragging some of the cardboard out. This is where the people in the encampment, they had spray painted messages and written things on on all of those big sheets of plywood that they had, and it is now being ripped apart by these people that I mean I don't even know what to say. I mean, there's no message at this point of with what they're trying to accomplish right now. We know that there are extremely strong opinions on both sides of all this, and all of it is just all of that tension exploding tonight on the campus of UCLA as all of a sudden these people now, this looks like this loosely affiliated group. I mean, we don't know their total affiliation here, but their goal is clearly to take matters into their own hands, a form of vigilantism, and we know this is what can happen when there is a diminished law enforcement presence or a concerted effort to keep law enforcement out of a situation. With the intention of preventing tempers from flaring, but with that lack of law and order, look at what is happening right here.
Yep, I see it now. That this guy's being jumped. He's being jumped.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Is he up, or is he still on the ground?
I think he got back on his feet and moved around. We're just going to keep moving around here with these trees because the chaos just kind of seems to be flowing all over the place here along the perimeter. But I mean, it's like the front line of a battle has exploded here at UCLA. This normally tranquil, bucolic campus is now completely embroiled in utter chaos.